Hoist your glasses, boys. Hoist your glasses. Dark and stormy right there. Ginger ale and rum. Get it in. Enjoy. Another victory Monday. 6 weeks of the NFL, and we've only had to taste one defeat by a good team. Buccaneers are beating good teams now. It wasn't pretty, and you're going to sit here and go, well, this person was injured. That was, hey, we were injured too. This was the injury bowl. Straight up. That's what it was. The Buccaneers inflict a loss on the San Francisco 49ers. This is a team, in my opinion, has been our bugaboo. I'd rather win this game than beat the Eagles. We can beat the Eagles. We've beaten the Eagles. We've always struggled to beat the 49ers in recent years, and we needed this win. Now the Buccaneers had 2 wins, one at home, one away. This one was a bit more of a statement win because we won by 11 points. That makes a difference. But let's get into it. Let's go through the scores of the game and let's start from the beginning. Rachaad White, touchdown, 2-yard touchdown. Chase McLaughlin to add the points, makes it 7-0. Pinheiro kicks a 52-yard field goal, gets it 3-7. McCaffrey up rushed for 1 yard, touchdown, 10-7. Sean Tucker rushed left. Sean Tucker was good in this. We'll talk about the stats of the players in a moment. Please make sure you comment, subscribe, chat. If anyone wants to come on live, I'll see if I can get that going as well. Guys, let's talk about this. Sean Tucker, touchdown, 9 yards. Beautiful touchdown. Gets it wide, runs it in towards the pylon. Boom. 14-10. Pinheiro, kick again. 54-yard kick. 13-14. Baker Mayfield deep pass right to in the busted coverage to Cameron Johnson. Touchdowns, 34 yards, 20-13. Buccaneers give it back with like less than fucking, let's be honest, less than fucking just about 40 seconds on the clock, and we still cough up. This quarter was our bugaboo. We allowed so many scores. We allowed a touchdown. We allowed 2 field goals. We coughed up 13 points in this quarter. And it was to Bowles' cushion Billy bullshit fucking zone coverage that he calls with no blitzes that just does not fucking work. Anyone with a football mind must know that. Someone made a really profound thing that they said to me is that maybe they're calling this soft ass zone because of making sure there's always somebody shallow to play Christian McCaffrey. And they were betting on, let's make the injured quarterback who couldn't throw. He could throw, and it wasn't a problem. And it took Bowles a quarter and a half to realize this and go, you know what? In the first quarter, we gave up a field goal. In the second quarter, we gave up 13 points. Let's stop everyone else and let them rely on Christian McCaffrey. He won't just win them a game. He's just not that good. He can't run. If you can run the ball and you can pass the ball, yeah, sure. I believe that. But if he's just going to have to receive the ball, no fucking chance. Pinheiro kicks another 42-yard field goal, puts them in 16-20 against us at the half. They get the ball back, which is why I always defer. You can go bang, bang, they go bang, bang, and it goes 19-20. Buccaneers, Baker Mayfield deep pass to Johnson. Tez Johnson for a 45-yard touchdown. Chase McLaughlin puts the boot through, and he goes 27-19. Then there's some back and forth, some good plays, some interceptions. Jimmy Dean gets himself an interception. Jamal Dean. Sacks. The pass rush came alive in this game. That's what made this game the best. That's why I enjoyed this game the most. The pass rush came alive. And they've got a good offensive line. That gave me hope. That gives me hope down the line that this pass rush could get better. And the Buccaneers, Chase McLaughlin boots the field goal to put them in too far away, 19-30, and it's over. Let's talk about the quarters. So in the first quarter, Buccaneers get 7 points. They get 3 points. In the second quarter, both teams get 13. Third quarter, it's 3-7 in our favor. And then finally, in the fourth quarter, it's 0-3 in our favor. In my opinion, the Buccaneers should have came away with a little bit more on this. We were the more dominant team. We just didn't show it on defense. We need to do it. Is Baker Mayfield him? I think so. This was a statement win for us. This was a win that we show we could give some distance. This should have been our Jets win. Our Jets win should have looked closer to this, more akin to this. This game should have been tighter. But I'm okay with it. I take it. It's a good team. It's a beat-up team, but it's a good team nonetheless, well-coached. 2 coaches on both sides of football that know their shit, and good players. Mac Jones isn't a bad quarterback. He proved that. He's proved that this year. He's going to have a revival. Believe you me, someone's going to go and throw some money at him at the end of this year. So while we talk about this, the Buccaneers are now 5-1. They lead the division with the Panthers creeping up behind them at 3-3. Buccaneers still have a 2-point breathing room, and the Falcons are yet to play. They'll play tomorrow. The one thing, in my opinion, the Buccaneers have to fix is their points against. They are the most high-flying offense in their division, but they're also the second strongest at conceding. Now, the Falcons, on the other hand, are the opposite way round. They're very stingy on defense. They don't give up very many points. They've given up 86 points over the course of 4 weeks, and they've only scored 76 points of offense compared to the Buccaneers. You could double theirs, and the Buccaneers would still have more. However, the Buccaneers need to start changing that defensive column, points against, in their favor. Too many close games. It needs to stop. Defense needs to take hold. Needs to be accountable. This purple patch, this ugly patch that the Buccaneers played in the second and the early third quarter, needs to stop. And it did. Bowles, congratulations, you fucking adjusted. Your zone coverage does not work. It doesn't. And there's nothing more frustrating for me as a defensive play caller myself, a defensive backs coach that I have been in the past as well, is seeing quarterbacks 10 yards off and then catching a ball and just falling over to get the first down. I'm like, dude, you're you know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna give them out. You're gonna go on outside leverage. They're gonna run a fucking deep slant or a post and literally catch the ball and fall over, and they've got a first down. We were horrendous in that quarter. I mean, I was screaming at my TV. Our football's got to be better than that. Mix it up. When we get them down and they've got a holding penalty and it's fucking first and 20, I don't mind you put your corners there. Just don't fucking do it on 3rd and fucking 8. Please. That shit's fucking stupid. Please, for the love of God, do not put your corners sat on the sticks. Because if you throw it to a guy with momentum, when all he's got to do, he catches it at 5, he can easily extend it to fucking to 8 on a slant route, where you're forcing guys to rally down and make plays. And our tackling ain't been fucking tip top this year, has it? That's the kind of shit that grinds my fucking gears. How about you guys? Put it in the comments on how you felt about this. But for me, that second quarter was awful to look at. Got better. Pleased it got better. Let's talk about this Buccaneer team from a statistics point of view. So, passing, Mac Jones had a better day. However, Mac Jones coughed up 2 fucking INTs, so fuck him. Baker Mayfield, clean as a whistle, efficient, 17 for 23, 256 yards, 2 touchdowns, no INTs. Great stuff. What we like to see. Mac Jones, 27 of 39, 347 yards. I don't know if Bowles is playing the ultimate game of checkers and he lulled him to sleep with his soft-ass zone bullshit and then went, fuck you, I'm going to go fucking hard man and I'm going to blitz you. And it caught up Mac Jones off guard. If he did, fuck me, you're an intelligent motherfucker, but it scared me. If not, we need to have words. My services are available. Not that I think I know better. I just do. I definitely wouldn't call fucking soft ass zone fucking bullshit when I want to win my fucking third down. Anyway, getting back to it, Christian McCaffrey, 17 of 54. We'll talk about the average laws of average afterwards. Got outplayed by Rachaad White, 17 for 65 and 1 touchdown. They both got a touchdown apiece. Cameron Johnson was the leading receiver, and Buka goes out in the game. So the Buccaneers are now only holding their fourth. Probably, I mean, I don't know where you put Jalen McMillan. I probably put him at the 4th spot. So I would say Johnson, Tez, Cameron Johnson, Tez, and Sterling are 4, 3, and 6, in my opinion. So, yeah. Great that we still did it, but disappointing that we had to get to that point. Hopefully, guys come back. Hopefully, Emeka Egbuka's not that injured. We saw that Fred Warner went out of that game. Gutting to see him go out. I always think, and this is just me, my mindset, I was just hope that injured for my game, not for the season. So I know that guy's going to be injured for a little bit longer than our game. And that's sad to see because he's a very, very, very good linebacker. So let's have a little bit of a deeper look into the player stats and see where we really kind of shaped up at. We've already talked about Baker and what he got. Sean Tucker got him 6 for 25 and the touchdown. Rachaad White had 3.8 a carry. Sean Tucker was 4.2. Baker Mayfield, 3 rushes, 14 yards, 4.7 with spectacular conversion that he had, which is what we as Buccaneer fans are completely accustomed to seeing from our guy, Baker Mayfield. Man, this guy is playing for a contract. And he is fucking delivering. The Buccaneers are going to have some deep pockets this year. I'm telling you. They have to. Let's look at the receiving. Cameron Johnson, 4 for 64. Cameron Johnson really come into his own, had a great statement game and saying, I'm here. K. Dotton, 5 for 51. Good numbers for a tight end. Sterling Shepard, 2 for 51, 25 and a half apiece. Tez Johnson, 1 for 45 with a touchdown. And Emeka Egbuka, 2 for 24. Probably would have been a lot smoother had Emeka been available. Rachaad White, 3 for 21, 7 on average. Let's talk about the defense. Yaya Diaby, 2 sacks. Jamal Dean got himself a sack and an INT. Levante David got himself a sack, a half sack for Hassan Riddick, and a half sack for Vita Vea. CJ Brewer got himself a half sack, and that is the sack totals of the day. 2 INTs. Kindle Vildor stepping up, doing his thing. Don't get me wrong, he was playing against weaker opposition. We know that he's playing opposition around his level. Let's be honest. Yeah? Let's be honest. He's playing guys at his opposition level. It's not like he was playing against Ricky Purcell or whatever the fuck his name is, or a fucking Tyreek Hill. He wasn't going against an elite wide receiver. He was going against the second string left, right? But he held his own. And when your second string's going up against their second string, you expect it to hold. Did a good job. Proud of him. Number 22, salute you. Jamal Dean, he's playing for a contract. Whether it be here or somewhere else, he's playing for a contract. Jacob Parrish had a good day too. Let's talk about it. Savassia Dennis, tackles and assists, 6 and 1. So, one assist, 6 tackles. Good day for him. And they kind of subbed him and I think it was Deion Jones. It subbed out Deion Jones out a few times. I think one's a better passing coverage specialist, and the other one's a better running specialist between the two of them. And that's kind of a nice yin and yang to have, and you'll be able to play with that. So I think they should continue to do so. Antoine Winfield, 5 and 4. Jacob Parrish, 5 and 2. Tyke Smith, 5 and 1. Levante David, 5 and 2. And probably should have had, but we'll give it what it is. He got the sack. I would love to have been the strip sack and a recovery. That would have been really cool. Jamal Dean, 3 and 1. Yaya Diaby, 3 and 0. Hassan Riddick, 2 and 1. Kendall Vindor, 2 and 1. Chris Braswell, 1 and 1. Vita Vea, 1 and 3. Anthony Nelson, 1 and 3. Logan Hall, 1 and 1. Greg Gaines, 1 and 0. CJ Brewer, 0 and 2. Deion Jones, 0 and 1. Marquise Watts, and everyone else didn't really record except for Elijah Roberts, 0 and 1 and a half sack. Elijah Simmons, 0 and 1. Sean Tucker, 127 yards, 25 yards on average. Cameron Johnson, 1 for 31. Obviously, 31 on average. He missed a field goal. It is what it is. He's going to miss his kicks, but I think he's still really, really good. I remember the days where we couldn't find a fucking kicker. We now blessed with one. So I'll take it. I'll take it. So let's have a little look around the NFL right now, what's really been going on. I'm just going to refresh everything and see what's going on right now. Broncos beat the Jets in an ugly game in London. Jets almost kind of snuck that one. Kind of wanted the Jets to win just because I don't like Sean Payton. That's just a me thing. I don't like how a boy pouts so much. He literally walks around like this with gum. Fuck that shit. Seahawks win against the Jags. If I'm honest, I wanted the Seahawks to get good. The thing you want is when you've beaten a team, you want them to be good. And here's a reason. It adds to your credibility against your record, your win-loss total, your strength of schedule, right? So if the Buccaneers end up beating a load of teams that end up with winning records, it enhances our record. So if we go up against another team that's has 13 wins or 12 wins or whatever, we may win those tiebreakers because we beat the Jags. We beat the Seahawks. So I want the Seahawks to do well. I just don't want them to do that well, if you know what I mean. Chargers beat the Dolphins in a bit of a thriller there. Browns get absolutely fucking, they shit the bed. They shit the fucking bed. The bed is now brown. Steelers fucking whacked them. 23-9. Going back to the Chargers Dolphins, 29-27. Cowboys couldn't do a job. Fuck the Cowboys, you fucking bunch of pussies. All we had to do was fucking beat Dave fucking Canales. And you couldn't fucking do it. You couldn't fucking do it. 27-30. The Panthers technically by the end of this could be the second best team in the NFC South. And knocking on that door. Here we go. Rams beat the Ravens. Ravens are very beatable without their superstar. That's the end. And let me say this. Some of these teams who are struggling early on adds to the credibility of the Buccaneers potentially ever having their first ever MVP player in Baker Mayfield. Because I can guarantee you now, I don't think the Ravens, even when he comes back, the more they hemorrhage wins, I don't think he can get put on an MVP season. It's possible. Comeback player of the year for sure. The Patriots did the thing, and we like that thing. The Saints keep losing. I'm good with that. Put them down. How the fuck has Cam Jordan still getting fucking advertisements? How's he still getting commercials? This motherfucker hasn't been good for close to 5 fucking years. But I'm gonna pull his stats up right now and tell me, Buccaneers faithful. I know we hate the Saints, but we know talent when we know fucking talent. And I've got absolutely no problem saying that Cam Jordan in his heyday was a fucking dude. But right now, he hasn't been good for close. Fucking, let me bring this shit up. Because it just irritates the shit out of me. All right. Give me sacks. This year, 2.5 sacks. Last year, 4 sacks. This is a defensive end, mind, not a fucking defensive tackle. 2023, 2 sacks. 2022, 8.5 sacks. 2000. So this guy hasn't been considered very good. How the fuck do you get a Pro Bowl? Who the fuck gave up going to the Pro Bowl with a guy who got 8.5 sacks in 2022? Like, the fuck does that look like? Let me have a look. It makes me sick, man. Okay. Must have been a down year because a guy with DeMarcus Lawrence got 1-2 and he only had 6 sacks. That's disgusting, man. But this guy hasn't been good, really good, since 2021. He's still being paid. Wow, by the way, by the New Orleans Saints. And he's getting commercials? Are you fucking kidding me with this shit? Cameron Jordan's a fucking bum right now. Let's find out how much Cameron Jordan makes. How much he's pumping them fucking Saints for. Come on, it's got to be a 2-year, $27.5 million deal. Would you pay that, Bucs fans, for a guy who got 2 fucking that many? But you know what I mean? It's like, really? We're talking about a guy, you paid him last year, he gave you 4 sacks. He's probably going to give you more than 4 sacks this year, only because he's already at 205. But what, do you want to do the conversion on that, guys? Fucking, they paid close to over $2 million a sack last year. That's some bullshit right there. Some bullshit. Anyway, going back on. Thank you, Patriots. We'll see you soon. Cardinal gets absolutely stuffed by the Colts, 31-27. Titans, they're a losing football team. They lost to the fucking Raiders, 2010. Packers win their game, no surprise, against the Bengals. Buccaneers win their game, and we're now into Sunday Night Football, where the Lions, if I just refresh this because I do not want to get this fucking wrong, I look like a fool. 10-6 against the Chiefs. Isn't it interesting to see the downfall of the Chiefs? Like, they're 2-3. They could easily go 2-4. Damn. There you go, guys. 5-1. 5-1, and we are fucking bossing it right now. Yeah, man. I'm always drinking, brother. Always drinking. Anyway, those lowly Buccaneers that everyone called us, we just keep climbing, and now we're getting our fucking flowers, guys. We're getting our fucking flowers because we fucking deserve them. So make sure it's Victory Monday tomorrow. Whatever you do to celebrate, whether you do a little dance and make a little love or eat some good food, get it in. Enjoy. Smoke a cigar. Get them in. We deserve them. These will keep rolling. We'll keep rolling with this. And let's have a little look about how this Tampa Bay Buccaneers team, what that really looks like over the course of a few weeks. Because our schedule gets tough, man. Monday Night Football. We got an extra day's rest. Go against the Lions. It's going to be a tough fucking football game. And it's at Ford. So it's in Detroit. It's going to be a tough game. This is where me and my boy AJ, if you ever tune into the Aftermath, me and AJ turn up. We have a show called The Aftermath. We talk about everything. We get into our feelings about football, get into our feelings about football in general, knowing the game. This is the period that me and him believe that Bowles struggles the most, this middling period, right? We'll talk about Bowles in just a second about, look, the middle of the season's always been his bugaboo. Look at last year, and you look at any subsequent year that Coach Bowles has been the head coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, he's been the head coach of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for quite some time now. Genuinely. So, let's go and look at a Coach Bowles team and just really break this down. Because he's been a coach for the Bucs since 2022. We got an 8-9 record, and we got in. So let's get it up. See what it looks like. Let's see how this goes for us. Middle of the season, from week 6, Buccaneers lost 3 games in a row. 3 games in a row. October 9th, 16th. Sorry, October 16th, 23rd, 27th. Pittsburgh. Carolina Panthers. Baltimore Ravens. We win 2. We lose 1 in overtime. We lose another 2. So in a period of 4 games, fuck it, I'll go from all of October. The entirety of October, which is almost 5 weeks long, the Buccaneers lose 4 games in the entire month of October out of 5. I expect better this year. I expect better. Let's look at the next year. (2024) when it decides to fucking load. Okay, the Buccaneers get into October. October 3rd, we lose to the Falcons. We win against the New Orleans Saints. We lose to Baltimore. We lose to Atlanta. We lose to Kansas City. We lose to San Francisco. Okay, there's a bit of November in there. But in that period, we lost 4 games in a row. We won 1. We lost 1. In the month of October, we lost 1, 2, 3. You could argue 4 games. There's a trend. October is not his fucking month. This month, October 5th, Buccaneers win. Seattle Seahawks. San Francisco 49ers, Buccaneers win. I want us to get to New England and have maybe 1 loss and beat New England. Then We'll go against a tough stretch of Buffalo Bills, Los Angeles Rams, and then we go into what I call the clear spread. Cardinals. I will be at that game, so if any Buccaneers fans want to converse, hang out, get drinking, party up, I am there for a good week. All on my own, I'm partying up. Want to hang out with you guys? Try and do a show. I want to do a show from a bar. See if we can get that going. And we go Cardinals, Saints, Falcons, and this is mine. This is my dream for this year for the Buccaneers. I want the Buccaneers to win at home and wrap up the division. This is Atlanta. I want the Buccaneers to be 3 wins in front of Atlanta. Atlanta level pegging with us. They are 3 wins behind us, sorry. And if we win that game, they are fucking out. If we win that game, it's a hat and a t-shirt game. In Creamsicle, I'd love to see division-winning Creamsicle hats. They got to do it, man. Got to do it. Hat and a t-shirt game in Creamsicle, you can't give them with the fucking skull and cross. You got to give them Bucko Bruce, man. You got to give them Bucko Bruce. So I want to see pound the life out of the Atlanta Falcons going, well, we no longer can win the division. Then you go to Carolina, take care of business and say, you guys are fucked off too. Miami, we're the best team in Florida. Carolina Panthers again. We're resting. If Buccaneers fans, if you have locked up the number 2 seed and you can afford to lose against the Panthers, take the loss. Rest your players. Because I don't really see the point in us trying to fucking hop down on a team and then rest and then have to try and get back into it. I think if we just go, cool, you guys do you. We're ready to fucking roll next week and we'll fucking beat anyone. That's my philosophy, guys. That's my philosophy. That's what I want. I want the Buccaneers to wrap up the division December 11th. Thursday night football. Creamsicle. Wrap that fucking division up with a fucking bow. And send the Atlanta Falcons on their merry fucking way. Say, bye-bye, boys. Thank you for participating in the 2025 Buccaneers season of dominance. Thank you for participating in the NFL season. We'll see you next year. Go start looking at draft picks because we ain't got time. We got fucking playoff games to win. So, guys, that is pretty much it from me. We're going to do the aftermath probably tomorrow. This is where we kind of digest the game a little bit more. I'm in my feelings right now. Like, this whole second quarter, a little bit of the third quarter, really sticks a knife in my throat a little bit. Because I thought it was poor. I think if the Buccaneers tightened up, this game would look a landslide. We could be looking at a 16 to 30 plus game, which looks a lot sexier. But I'm glad we got the win, and that's all that matters, ultimately. And it's not a close win. I didn't have to fucking live off my fucking edge of my seat every 10 seconds. So I'm good with that. What I'm saying is, guys, we need to be a bit more lethal. We're going into October 21st. We're going to take on the Lions. This is going to be one of the toughest games of our season. Bills aren't playing good football right now. Lions are. Rams just lost Puka Nacua. I don't know if he'll be available by that time in November 24th. Most likely. Because we got a bye week, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks. They've got time. The things that have really helped us this year that gets rid of that stain of the Buccaneers that we always are linked with is the Buccaneers always lose in primetime. Well, we beat the Texans in primetime. We did. And the Texans, I think, will go on to be a decent team. I don't think they'll be great, but they'll be a decent team. I think they'll end up with a winning record. I just don't think it'll be a sexy winning record. And I want, like I said to you earlier before, I want the Texans to succeed to an extent because the better they are, the better our wins look. Yeah. So if the Buccaneers beat the Falcons and the Falcons end up with a winning record, even if it's 9 and 8, so be it. As long as we're 13 wins in. You know what I'm saying? Bills. Sorry, the Texans. We've beaten them. I would love to get them into a world where they're holding on to a better record, a winning record, whether for like a 9-win record, or even just at least 8 wins. That they're good enough that they can be competitive. Seahawks, same with them. Niners, same with them. Those wins matter when you're playing against good teams. If the Buccaneers' only statement win is against one of these teams, it won't count for much. And then the Buccaneers go and play the Lions. Let's say the Buccaneers lose to the Lions. We beat the Saints, beat the Patriots, beat the Bills, lose to the Rams, and then win out. Yeah? That's not many losses, but we didn't beat anyone of any real stature except for one team. If they all end up with losing records except for maybe the Bills or the Rams or the Niners or whoever, right? That's my point. We want the teams that we've beaten, once we've passed them, we want them to be decent so they can flex us. They make our muscles look bigger. They're the tricep of the bicep right now. We can flex as much as we want, but if they're shit teams, it won't matter. So on that note, guys, enjoy Victory Monday because you deserve it. Buccaneers faithful, you deserve it. Get your donuts, get your popcorn, get your beers, get your rum, get your tequila, whatever you do to enjoy your win. Enjoy it for the rest of this week. Enjoy it. You deserve it. You don't know when the next one's going to come. We go against the Lions. It's going to be a tough disc. We win this game, we're going to be celebrating even more. 6-1. Buccaneers are on a roll. Absolute fucking roll. If the Buccaneers win this game, I mean, the Buccaneers won't. The Buccaneers could quite easily end up going. What? That's 6, 7, 8. Imagine the Buccaneers got to 8-1 playing the Bills. That's fucking insane. 7-2 sounds good. But 8-1, good lord. And that's before we get into the easy, what I would consider the easier period. Saints, Falcons, Panthers, Dolphins, Panthers. There's a period there, guys. 6 games where maybe the Buccaneers might lose 1. If you can get to that period with only 2 losses, 14-3 is very fucking nice. It's very fucking nice. 13-4, pretty damn good. Start looking for the losses because I don't think there's many. Buccaneers team is finding ways to win with nobody on the team. No Chris Godwin. No Mike Evans. Emeka Ibuka exits. No Jalen McMillan. I have to think there for a second. Who else are we missing? Who else are we fucking missing? On defense, we're missing dudes too. Zion McCullum's not in. Guys, we're missing Kalijah Cansey. Bucky Irving. It's a lot of fucking human beings to miss, and they're all starting level, except for maybe the argument of Jalen McMillan. This Buccaneers team is still fucking winning. Still fucking winning. They got the middle finger to the NFL. Say fucking come doubt us. On any given Sunday, we have the opportunity to win. And we will get healthier. Not to mention the stars on the offensive line. Cody Malk. Not to mention Luke Getteke, who's also out. Charlie Heck doing a heck of a job. No pun intended. This is my point, Buccaneer fans. This is my fucking point. We are in a position where we are so fucking bad and we're still winning. There's something different about this Buccaneers team. Could you imagine if this Buccaneers team had everyone healthy right now, what it would mean? Like, I'm not sitting here and talking about my team losing these close games or what have you and go, oh, if only we had all these guys and we could be a bit more competitive and we could have won. Maybe we would have won more games. No, we're winning and these guys are missing. Could you imagine how much better we would be with a Mike Evans, a healthy Chris Godwin, a Mecca Ibuka, Bucky Irving, Luke Getteke, Cody Malk, all those guys ready to roll on offense, and then Kalijah Cansey on the other side, with Zion McCullum, with Benjamin Morrison, and Jamal Dean sharing the look. This team is scarily a pass rusher away from being really fucking good. Did the Buccaneers look into the trade? I don't know. That's a question for Buc fans. What do you think? Do you think the Buccaneers should be looking into trades? See if they can get a pass rusher? Now, granted, you got to look at a pass rusher that's good, not great. Someone who might get 10 sacks. Not someone who will get close to 15. Because the Buccaneers can't really afford it. You got Baker going into a career, who's in a career year, who's playing the best football right now. Let's look at Baker Mayfield himself. I mean, the guy is just the man right now. So quite simply, Baker Mayfield tosses two touchdowns in this one. But guys, it's not. What makes him so great is his ability to understand when to use his legs. He's not a fucking dual threat. We know he's not a dual threat. But sometimes the way he plays, you think he was. That's what makes him so great, man. Right. So I'm going to pull up this book, my boy Baker's stats, because I don't have a Baker Mayfield jersey, and that makes me feel dirty right now because dude is fucking absolutely slinging it. The one thing we always criticized Baker about was his ability to give up the ball, right? It's always been his bugaboo. He has 10 touchdowns, 1 INT in 5 games. So that averages about 2 touchdowns a game. He's been sacked a few times, especially against Houston. No rushing touchdowns, doesn't need to. He has fumbled 3 times. Don't know how many he's lost off the top of my head. But Baker Mayfield's got 1,283 yards, 10 touchdowns, 1 INT. Been sacked 9 times. That needs to fucking sort its shit out. But ultimately, Baker's having a great year for us. MVP season. Can you imagine, guys? Buccaneers have never had an MVP. We have a defensive players of the year on this squad. We have never had an NFL MVP. And as cool as that is, I'd rather win a Super Bowl. Fuck an MVP. MVP is like a consolation prize at this point. And Baker knows that. He's adding it to the repertoire. He's adding it to the skill set. He is ready to fucking go. So, Bucs fans, enjoy today. Enjoy the rest of this week. You get to walk around like this for the rest of the fucking week and tell everyone to go fuck themselves. Because your Buccaneers are that shit. When we go again next week, ready to roll against the Lions, full field for a big statement game. The Buccaneers get this. I'm telling you right now, the Buccaneers win this game. Everyone, not just Nick Wright, not just this person, not just that person. Colin Cowherd. Everyone will have to go. The Buccaneers are for fucking real if they beat Detroit in Detroit, and they have the opportunity to do so next week. So if Emeka Egbuka comes back along with Mike Evans, along with Chris Godwin, the chances of that happening, along with Bucky Irvin, the chances of that happening just keep toppling up. Right now, I don't think it's possible. I think it's going to be it's a tough ask. It's always possible, but it's a tough ask. I think with those guys, a tough ask is legitimate. A legitimate chance to win. And that's what the Buccaneers got to go get. But on that note, I am a Bucs fan in the UK, and it is 2:22. I need to go to bed. I've got to take my kids to school in the morning. I appreciate everyone, all 58 of you, for watching. And I really appreciate that. Come check out the Aftermath tomorrow. It's like Buccaneer therapy over the game. I'm probably going to still be in my feelings, to be honest, over the second quarter, which was abysmal from a defensive play calling. Josh Grizzard, you are my unsung hero of the week. Took you a while to get in the game. When you got in the game, you knew what the fuck you were doing. Loved it. But guys, let's bring it in. Season's not over. We're just getting started. Right now, it's all about us. How we support this team, how we push through with this team, we fight through adversity, and every team that comes in front of us, we knock them dead. We knock them dead, we knock them dead, we knock them dead. We use them as fucking tombstones to climb the ladder. That ladder's the number 1 seed. And we keep climbing and we keep climbing until we can't climb no more because we're on top of the fucking mountain. That's what I demand. That's what I expect of us. Let's go get it. Bucs on me, Bucs on free. 1, 2, 3. Go Bucs!
I don't know what